Here I am still trying to figure this out. Yeah, I know how to do that kind of stuff. That's fine. Okay, so we're doing a test here. You'll have to give me just a second. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me, do one thing for anybody that's watching. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Back to stream. So, this is a test stream. I have not done anything with it. I am currently learning the process here. You'll have to give me a second. I told everybody I was going to be doing the Sunday live stream, a Sunday science stream. Oh God, I have to mute that. So, because I'm going to do a Sunday science stream, I was supposed to do a test stream about a month and a half ago, maybe a month ago, and I had family death after family death. I mean, it was just funeral after funeral and doctor's appointment after doctor's appointment. So the live stream stuff got put on pause, and I just decided tonight to go ahead and get familiar with the system and start getting things set up. It's taken me just a second, but I'm getting it together. I don't want to blind you all with that. There we go. That is slightly better, I guess. Jesus. Trying to get the lighting right with this was a pain in the ass. So, give me just a second. Let me adjust. There we go. That's a little bit better so you all don't have a bright ass light right in front of your face. So, I have been talking about doing these streams for a long time, and I hadn't gotten around to it yet. It's been a little bit rough. Like I said, funerals and doctor's appointment and stuff, but it's getting sorted out. We're going to be doing Sunday live streams. I know it's after midnight right now. This technically doesn't count as the test stream. But I have a couple guests that I'm going to be bringing on too. I do not know who will be on tomorrow, tonight, whatever you want to call it in your time zone. But it's after midnight here. But I am currently going ahead and running the system to figure everything out. So I don't have moderators sorted yet or any of this kind of stuff. It will be coming very soon. I'll have a list of people to help me with all that. But anyway, the first show tonight will end up being on, well, at some point later tomorrow, whatever you want to call it. It'll end up being on philosophy to start, and how philosophy ties into science. And again, I'm not going to mention a guest name because I have different options at the moment. I'm not sure who will be coming on. But this is just a random get it together live stream to figure out the platform, because honestly, I haven't used YouTube for this. My subscribers were elsewhere. I used to be in the music business. I had left. I'm obviously into other things now. So I have not gotten familiar with this platform specifically. As sad as it is, I know it's YouTube. I've used it plenty, but it's actually using the studio and using the live stream stuff. It's something that's all new, but it's not complicated. It happened to start on me. I wasn't planning on doing this right now, so you know. I pressed the start button and then it went ahead and started, and I was like, we're gonna run with it. I'm just gonna go ahead and see what's what here. And Yeah, everything's fine with the setup I've got. I've got a laptop and a phone and this and that, and it looks like we're together. So anybody that wants to join tomorrow, plan on uh, what time is it now? It's about 12:40. I'm gonna plan on 2 p.m. tomorrow since it's Sunday. That way, everybody that's going to church or whatnot will be out. But I'm gonna plan on scheduling it for about 2 p.m. tomorrow, maybe 3, and that will be the official live stream. And anybody that has any ideas for what you want to hear or any of that kind of stuff, let me know what you would like discussed in future on these streams, and I'll see if I can add it into the conversation. But I really just want to touch on philosophy first as a basis. As I've said previously, Newton, Sir Isaac Newton, no matter what anybody tells you about philosophy, uh, his degree was in philosophy and mathematics. This is the father of science. To refute philosophy is necessary as one of the dumbest things you could possibly do as a physicist, etc. But another thing that I want to address is a lot of the Epstein stuff and how that ties into the physics community, and people are not realizing how deep that went with guys like even Eric Weinstein. So I talk about Peter Thiel and how Peter Thiel's connected to Epstein and all this stuff. I did not realize uh, Eric Weinstein's connection to that. Eric Weinstein is one of the founders of string field theory. So you have string theory and string field theory. They're both valid. That's fine. That's a separate discussion. But I had been trying to work with Weinstein in the past. I had no idea he was so tied to Peter Thiel. And I would have even let it go if he hadn't gone on X talking about how he was such a great guy and they were friends. No, buddy. No, I don't want to be anywhere near you now. Just forget anything I've ever said previously. We're gonna disassociate. He's never responded to me or anything like that. It's not like me and Weinstein were buddies. But I'm just saying that when it comes to string field theory, this is something that's his baby. But if he's friends with Thiel, Peter Thiel, and all that, I'm not getting into the Epstein mix. And Lawrence Krauss, for the record, has already been busted for sexual assault accusations and all this stuff before, and then was tied to Epstein. That is another mainstream physicist. So when you go down the list, I can't seem to find a physicist that wasn't friends with Epstein or Maxwell. I mean, all the way to Neil deGrasse Tyson was at Ghislaine Maxwell's house parties. So it really is. It's a mess, and trying to get anything done in physics, once you get into the politics of it and you see how everybody's tied together, it's an absolute mess. And thanks, Cooper. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, this was something that was put off because of just too much family problems. It was just a lot of deaths and a lot of funerals and such. But I'm finally getting it rolling. I have the subscribers. I have a couple of people that are going to be helping me with it. This is just, like I said, a test show. I'm going to go ahead and run with it for the night. But even like Dr. Cuckoo, you look at Dr. Cuckoo, and I was suspicious of him for a little while because of his relationship with Bill Clinton. But then you look into the history of it, and it's a lot different than anything with the Epstein Thiel stuff that I'm not going to put Dr. Cuckoo in that group. He's separate Neil deGrasse Tyson. So with Dr. Cuckoo, what happened was it was over the Cassini project when Bill Clinton was in office. So Dr. Cuckoo petitioned Bill Clinton against the Cassini project, which everybody knows now is massive success. Went to a moon around Venus or Jupiter, Venus, I believe. But it went to some moon and was gathering data, all this different stuff. Anyway, this thing ends up being a huge success. The Cassini project. It's an older project. I'd have to look it up to get all the details again. But Dr. Cuckoo petitioned Bill Clinton against it. Like he was very much against it. Well, when it ended up being successful, you got to understand that Dr. Cuckoo lost some clout at that point, and he kind of had to kiss Bill Clinton's ass to maintain himself, unfortunately. But that's what happens when you're a mainstream physicist and you petition against a national project that ends up being a huge success. He gambled, he lost, and for all we know, he's right. We brought back some sort of worm virus or something that's going to kill us all. I don't know, but so Dr. Cuckoo, I wouldn't put him in that group. But Lawrence M. Krauss, he's already been busted for stuff like this, and he is very much tied to Epstein. The same goes for Eric Weinstein, unfortunately, and I just cannot get behind him. When Eric Weinstein comes out and starts talking about this Project Blue Beam crap, when he suddenly is major in the UFO discussion and trying to promote, I'm just seeing an Epstein distraction. That's all I'm seeing. So anyway, like I said, this is a test stream for tonight. I think I have everything under control. It's laggy. Bear with me for 1 second here. I'm going to do a volume check. I think I have everything under control. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. The laptop's good on volume. Yeah, so this test, we'll call it, was a success. But definitely be looking in tomorrow, 2 to 3 p.m. I'm going to get into the philosophy of physics, why it matters and all that. And we'll address some of these physicists, some of these guys, whether it's Weinstein, whether it's Krauss, how they tie into Epstein, and why science is such a mess because of it. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because it is after midnight. I was just doing a test. But yeah, we're good. So tune in tomorrow, 2 to 3 p.m. Somewhere around there. I will obviously put it up in advance, and that way you all have some warning. But I will be going over all things philosophy related and how it ties into science. And I will see you then. Thanks, guys. Well, if I could figure out how to end this. There we go.